good time, I guess. So yeah, at first let's talk about the competition and the playing teams. Here there will be Team TNL, Team DRGs, such a good name, NECAT, Team GUFs, and a lot of teams. And that means the lobby will be hard to compete with. Here comes the first match. This is a stage tournament. It's a grand final, and that means the first game is just going so smooth because every team is just chasing for the points, and the first, just points will be enough to make a settlement for the leaderboard. We do not know how the leaderboard is going to be looking like, and now after the first match ends, we'll be having a good number at first on the tabletop and the bottom number at the last team for the leaderboard to count out the competition, and that's how we're gonna witness the competition. This is the main visuals or the perspectives you're gonna have on this competition. Talking about the teams, after the flight path comes from the eastern side, the zone will be on the northern mid, while Rozuk is the location being centered, and lots of teams in the main game. Wow. And they're taking the drop locations. Some might have the clashes, some might not. Here, Team DRGs heading for Kamishki, and Team NECAT heading for Melter Power, those we were talking about at the start of the game. And Team RHDs also from Melter. That might be a good hunt down there if you talk about the earlier gate keeps, but some loves to take the battles. Pochinki will be occupied, and we might see Team AST heading there after such long, or not long. It'll not take that long because they're so close in distances, so they might go there early. It's upon the decisions. Now, Rozuk hasn't been equipped yet. You got a really good path from Stolba to coming inside on the shooting range. The location might be very, very important according to the first stage here. Now I see Team, bastards. Okay, the 4BS tags. Nice. Let's look at the players here. We got Maria, TikTok Maria, Christy, and then we have Trudy, X27K, and 10 Nut. Okay, I hope they're just getting prepared. 1500 meters, it's the distance that they should cross over. And now we can look out for some kill feeds. Team GUFs at the very first game. We defied, but losing out lots of players right now. I hope they'll be in great level trouble, but that will be a comeback. You can see why ESPORTS has that pressure just getting countered against them. Really a great move, you might say. This is the shelter location, and the shelter location says you have the first camera here with the first battle. The final guy, Snash 44K from CYS Esports, will be defending here, and FLX from Good Game going in with the grenade, but that has been dodged. FLX choosing to use the devious to go for an 1v1, but according to the position, he needs the support, needs the areas. He might go in, but shelter is really the cave you might be thinking about, because shelter has really got some good angles that a solo player can use and make some clutches. So yeah, Team Good Game obviously doesn't want that casualties to lose out some players at least. So for now, shelter will be occupied by two teams, and Snush might not want to go outside as long as he understands by the footsteps that the team is really here on shelter, and they just chase him down if he tries to go out. In the very beginning, you just see a good rival starting up and hitting up a lot. Now, 18 teams in the lobby, and that means You got the first stage for lots of locations for the early battles. We've seen the flight path that has been just supported from the eastern, and that means, according to the flight path, lots of teams would end up go to that drop location. They couldn't reach there. So, whatever locations they're taking right now, the zone is against them, and they need to capture the zone as soon as possible. Some might take the early positions, and that might cause them getting lots of points, the cutoff moments that we'll be having on this game. Now, in good game, tagged us GG's, has the first two, and now just taking the best decision so far, moving out from shelter, making a big split with a 2-2, trying to just get some informations by just roaming outside. Meanwhile, on school main compound, we have team next with us, and the players looking so confident, while they have completed the first battle too. First 4 counts for them. Maybe this is the highest, you can count the first stages for the teams those who completed the first draw clashes, and without just taking any casualties, you can say so prepared. And now team TLSS, wow, while knowing that there might be a scouter here scouting the whole area, might go for a cutoff. It just takes a little bit of safe path by the downrange, and now heading for the next directed locations. We all have seen the first stage just going against them, and they need the rotation for now. If any player gets eliminated, that'll be a big loss for the team. Just talking about losing the teammates, and we're in the Rosewater City where we are having a player getting eliminated, and that elimination been taken from a full 100% power. Like, no, please be cut off. How can I count that? It's like the maze tease. I might see a visual blockage here. Give me a second. Okay. Yeah, I'm good. Now, the position you were watching is really a baddest one, because he can get just pressures from different angles, different sides, and the pressure been taken by Team ESPORTS for losing one. The team is looking forward for the Western, and that might get you in more trouble because the supports from the opponents will be so fast, and they need to just be executed while encountering with them. Now, how many play losses you have? You should want to count that. I see lots of teams. It's like 1952. Getting eliminated. How? Team Leo taking lots of casualties there, losing like all. It was Bosana C33. Last player might be. It's only the top 16 teams at the very second stage. Team Leo has taken all. Now just final player is left, heading in for the safest position so that he might survive and nobody would follow him. He doesn't like that. Team 7S going with lots of elimination points. That's also a good start if you want to count at the very second stage after the first. The teams were so confident. I hope to see them like this at the very end of the competition. Now, the thing is, you only have the first match right now in these very stretch tournaments, and now you have the anchor QRK with you guys, and just the competition has been started. Means there will be no informations out from you, and the competition has just yet started. The first game tells us 16 teams still survives on the very second stage. Now Team 7S getting another point for the team, makes them counting 3 right now. Yeah, they're counting 3. Team that was Fluke using the grenade. Now the grenade gets its point or at its point, and the second grenade is too dangerous. The grenade goes in, and no knocks will be coming out. Next, Danik found out about the Eastern one coming in for a 1v1, but Fluke is there to just go all out and clearing some players. That counts too. Now he wants to go in for more. Team Next understands this. No more time to West here, and Lovelace heading in for the compounds to just buy some time. Not the very match you'd like to count out to be eliminated earlier. The start should be good. You should want some points, as like the minimum you can count 8, the average you can count 10, and the highest or more than that, but minimum highest you can count 12. What are those for? Those are for the competition, like how it's gonna look like. If you just make an average count of 12 points per game, you should have the championship title per game. Yeah, and you should have the consistency too till the last. We only do have 5 matches today, and just 60 points you might count out for the championship title, the winner title. Yeah, and then 10 points to just compete with the champion team, the table topper, to be just close to them and finally waiting for the opportunity for the comeback moment for you according to the strategies you make in the game. So that's a good option too, and the minimum 8 points to be in the top 5. Now you'll have the live standings as soon as possible as it comes, but for now we'd like to head in for the battles that are happening on the kill fades. We see Team Alpha Esports getting the territory for them, looking out for the south. The south hill looks a bit of tasty to them, and Domiko 33 scouts out the top of the hill, looking so confident. The Nameless starts to witness a good point here. That was such a good shot. I was thinking about it, make out the knock, but no, that was not happening. ORG's focus just did a great job, survived here, and that just removes the pressure for the team. Now they can count the time to get the next support from the teams. We see the next zone getting supported on the north, and 7, it really becomes a good spot for the start of competition, because you having the best, safest rotation at the start. You might want to come in, but no, they're not. And that's it. Only 3 teams are inside on this particular third stage, where the rest of the 12 teams are just on the outside. The southern, the eastern becomes a chaotic zone. Talking about the chaos, Team Gamers United Force, tagged as GUFs. Earlier we've been talking about the team would be not having any more chances for the game to count out that much points. The minimum 8. We'll look out for that after the match ends on the first leaderboard, and now it's about Team Punk Esports. To talk about the battle, you're welcome, Team Punk. Yeah, they might want to heat up. Blue gets in the back end, thinks to defense, or thinks for defense, but at the same time just trying to filter the informations. That was such a nice spray by Blue, but not anymore. This time grenade will be charged, and simultaneous battle had just started. Even Team Punk, after losing to, not just looking in, final 1v2 clutch by the Team 7S. Such a really aggressiveness. I just got stunned because Voltaire, Voltaire GG. What was he thinking about? It was like, I do not have much more time left. Let me get in. Let me get in. There is stage just getting hit up. It is Team TLS thinking about to make the edge for their path to be inside. It's Team Nix indeed losing out all three. And now just talking about the final player Lovelace thinking about to hold there for some time until the teams has their checkpoint at the next very third stage. Now Team Good Game has their path, but some of them understands here they just might want to face. Yeah, I hope so. Team CNs actually knows about this. Now the decision has been made. They're going in. It's a 3v4. Even being in trial, the team is not thinking to fall back but to continue the battle that leads them for the injury. Yeah, it's just it's happening. Okay, and now if you talk about the zone is playing with them. The circle completely supports the western mid on the shooting range, and that means the center of the shooting range would be taken by the teams. Now I see. I was thinking about my brother just standing beside to me, so that is not bad. Now if we talk about the poaching location, that has been cleared out, but the Rozuk Water City is not yet. It's Voltage GG here with his shotgun in hand, just thinking for the defense. He wants the clutch right now. That's a P90. That's a dangerous weapon. You might not want to go in for that. The other angle's been taken out, and Voltage GG understands this location is not that good for him to hold that for long. The grenades might chase him down, and Voltage GG. Oh, he's going in. Oh wow, what a knock, man. Voltage GG just thinks about it and gets the job done. Nice. Now it's all about the 14 teams, but on the very fourth stage you have been able to witness a great 1v1. That was such a brave decision. Here you might want to see team 1952. Uh-oh. Nice. I was not expecting that. Team 1952. It's a really good moment for them for now. They just loves it. And Team ORGs or DRG. Yeah, it's not. Oh, it might be D. Team Dragons. Team Dragon. Oh wow. Such a good name. Yeah, let's talk about the competition for now. Just been started. It's the very first chaotic stage you'd be watching out right now. The fifth stage here. It becomes more chaotic from the northern eastern, and the north and the south will be cleared out. Now at first the north becomes the clear point by them GGs, and then the south becomes hot. Team Nameless successfully able to defend the compound, and now becomes the only team to guard this compound from the fifth stage. This is gonna get them lots of points. Now we want to go for team RGX. That was such a good use of the Uzi from such a mid-range, but the counter would come out as soon as possible. The second peak was not to be taken out, but next the team sport would be so epic with the grenades. The team deals the edge, but the next battle becomes more hot on the south. Team TLS thinking to make a slam in just like that. We're gonna witness a new game here for the glory, for the zone, but actually not for that all. It's all about the advantages that you want. you want at this fifth stage. Now, a really edge battle might occur here. Team RHDs thinking out how to defend, but not, not so good. I see only 31 seconds for them to make the new entry. And now, they might be hunted down. First grenade. TLS wants to defend for themselves. But no times left. The next grenade finishes jam here. The battles, the chaos from the south is just getting aggressive. Clutches 1v2. 1v3 that was. Team TLS loses all. The south becomes the epitome of the first game. Team NECAT. Now no times left for them. Team NECAT needs to make it in a hurry. NECAT goes in for that. Lots of player cards. The next zone is not supporting them. It's only the 50 seconds of time for the 6th stage to get a new shrink. Team NECAT understands this is not gonna be their moment. This is just getting different here. No support will be available on the next stage. Now he wants to go alone. He decides to expose himself. That's just not one but two players. And the two deals with the casualty. And the casualty is no more. Now, the next target is to capture the zone. Lots of edge battles been spotted. On the first game, we see Team REGNUM ESPORTS, Team RGS with the 7 elims here defending against the grenades. But the odds, it might answer different. The second grenade comes. The knock has been made. Team Dragon going so smooth with the vehicle ran over. And now they wants to find out about the last. Team RGS thinks faster. Only the top 4 teams, the north becomes the hunter point, and Team Dragon has taken the northern point while having all of the advantages and the visuals to get the support for the team. But the encounter would be so quick from the back end, and the deal has completed with 9 freaking eliminations within the top 3 teams. The team is just getting so successful right now, but all they need is the support, at the same time the rescue mission. But no time should be left there. The grenade should be chasing them down. Still, the game change has not ended yet. Team RGS interrupted with the grenade, but RG has been eliminated by DRGs too. Now it's all about the final push for the chicken dinner for Team RHDS, trying to get all of the controls over this 7th stage. And now they know Team Dragon has been pushed back on the edge. All they want is to push back, and that's why those LEDs are coming here down, chasing for Team Dragon. Dragon also has some, and yeah, they want the lead. The push was such a bad decision, but still you do have the 3 players. You know how to defend. Team RHD tries to make it quick, but that gets them the first loss here. And now it's all about a combination of 3v3. The final battle just takes place here. Team RHDs might not want to expose themselves. Nobody wants to expose. Nobody wants to make it as a fun. Everyone gets serious. The first knock been made from the side of Team Dragon. And Team RHD thinks to defend, but not more. You need to come back. Yes, the comeback was made, but the instant counter comes so quick. And finally, Adrian from Team RHD becomes the final player to make this final clutch. He needs the clutch, switches the weapon to the shotgun. The grenade gets the blast, and the player behind that drop gets the final finish for Team Dragon. What a victory, and what a glorious chicken dinner by the team. Absolute gorgeous. Team Dragon just nailed it, and made the set go on fire. A really great control at the end of the stages. And that's all, my lord. The first leaderboard will be just, in front of us in some seconds. But look at the final finishes. Team Dragon, that Wabzi's grenade against Maloney, then Tomato, 19, making the encounter. Team Dragons were just in so much pressure, but at the end, after the first lead, the counter was so quick from the Northern East, and the final player and the final battle just was easy for them according to the firepower they had. It all about 25% versus the 50%, and then Dragon makes it sure that they has that firepower even at the end game. Wow. Now I'll be a host, Quick York, back in on the cast desk. Now we might want to see for the leaderboards, for the results to just come in, and then we'll just get a first visual about the competition, the visuals, yeah, like how it's gonna look and how it's gonna connect us to the competition. Now everything is just as easy as that to understand, but the battle would not be that easy because the teams needs to change the decision according to the zone that places against them again and again, and that becomes the harder part for the teams actually to deal with, because there has been lots of teams in the south we have witnessed on this first game on the very sixth stage from starting from the fifth, and that tells us that the next games would not that be easy to deal with, because you have to be strong. There is no causes. The only purpose is to make yourself more strong by dealing with strong opponents, dealing with strong decisions, and just getting together. So all of the competition will be changing just like that in every stages, in every drop class battles, in every decisive battles. Now the thing is, we would like to witness that together, and you guys have to just understand how the teams are taking places, how the teams are making the formations, how they're using it. Yeah, everything is just like that. Now you might want to think what might be the cut point or cut off point for you to be in the top 5. It's just so simple. On the very second game, the cut off point might be for the top 5 is all 12 to 13 points. Yeah, 13 points would be enough. Yeah, you might say 15 points would be more enough to just compete with the team that is on the table top. Now it's all about for the first break. So yeah, let's take a little bit of break. I'll be right back after the short little time. Okay, so gentlemen, after the very first game, the competition has just begun with the chicken dinner from Team Dragons, and the way the battle was dealt, that was, insane. Now, talking about the result will be just in front of us in some seconds, and then if you talk about the competition will be seen as we were talking about. So yeah, but the second match must be there for the count, like how the turn up would be, and the turn up is all about the point that we're gonna make on the second game. Now, the flight path has been started, and 19 teams, all the teams, every team is just getting ready, getting warmed out to head in on the drop directed locations. Is in NECAT's purple, and I see lemon and Musa. Not bad. And to NECAT, just NECAT. But have you should talk about the first stage. According to the first game, the zone was against the flight path, and on the second game, the zone is against the flight path. It's all the same, but on the different map. You see, San Martin become harder because of lots of teams taking under the same city here. Then Valalma and Toria Humada, these three locations would be marked out as the drop class location. Picado is completely safe. El Pozo, La Cobreria, Cradle Fields, is all about safety and majority. But for Team Next, it's not that easy or that simple, as they're gonna deal with lots of teams, like two different teams from the same location. Now, 1952 started the first battle there and just taking the points. And I see just, the next. Starting the game in a next level. Wow. Wow. First point. The first player getting taken down by it's Kirito here. On the other hand, 1952 just losing the players. It's Hisoka on the different angle on the western side, the compound, the anchor point been breaking out. Love Lace trying to filter out the informations. The different location says the tabletoppers, Twin Dragons starting the game as good as like that, taking the first point. Team CN in trouble. The first battle. Wow. They has to face the losses. No more chances for the rescue. And now, the Hunter, Dragon Esports, hunts them down one by one. Team Chief, what? Chief, BG444, making out a good 1v2 there. The first knock been secured, and the next one just heading for the cover. He wants the support as soon as possible. He understands. He understands. Oh, the grenade should be dodged out. Yeah, he dodged it. But not only one, but the grenade might be multiple. It's Maloney watching for a pre-grenade. BG444 understands the support is here. Might not want to expose him right now. With the DBS, he wants in. He wants the player to get in, but he exposed himself. Snow 77 makes the knock right there, and Snow finished it. The opportunity for the patience that he got, but not revealing yourself. The art of ground gameplay. Alpha Esports. 3,800 meters. A really big path to cover up, but they have that, horse right there. But that horse is not that safe as the vehicles. Now, you should see the first draw clash. It's always about a 50-50, but Kian from Cosmo Nova tries to make this a good game, but after the first knock, the second was not that easy. Team Dragon has gotten the support as quick as they can. The formation is just like that. so that they can react quick. Team 4B as Tenna on the kill feed with Team Leo, and Leo counters with it Bosanak 33, yeah, or Bosana C33. You might say that, but it's Wolf Kist. Nice. From 1952. Lots of teams, but some players. Seems a bit of different. It's Christie against Leo Marty. Against the odds. The shotgun just makes a symphony. Bastards just surprised. Martin actually surprises the player. Not bad. Team Leo eSport. Winning the first battle from the Valadil Mali or Valadil Ma, you might say. Sometimes it gets the confusion here, but talking about Team GUFs, the name as Gamers United Force, the team is just in trouble right now on the Hacienda or San Martin City. They're in the middle of the city. It's 1952 as the neighbors. Obviously 1952 has the first point. Sadmad, Olfkist, Hisoka, and Shoyo. The players are good. And now, Gamers United Force. Understands San Martin is about to be empty. So they might think for some little bit of time or more of a time to wait there. It's up to the decisions that I'm making in, right? We'll look forward for that. It's about to next. After the first 2 points, the team is thinking about the first rotations. According to the flight path was kind of from the middle and the zone was against that. So the zone is completely supporting the southern eastern on the Puerto Paraíso with a little bit of city advantages from Los Linus. But the next circle is about to be closing in. The next zone will be more hard to catch on. Not bad. It gets a mid shift. Impala is still a good spot to hold. Team HZs heading on for Impala. Tunnels on the east. And Team CYS on Puerto. That means Team 7S might be in trouble if they just get on Puerto. AESTERIA eSports, not bad. First rotation looks safe. Punk eSport watching out for the vehicles there, trying to cut off. Not been able to make one, but Punk makes the first point too. It's real. First point is done. It's the second game. On every tournament, I explain like this. The first 3 games for the top to bottom shuffles, and the next 4th game becomes the competition, with the 5th game becomes the judgmental match, the judgment time. The judges time. Now Team Alpha Esport, if you talk about that, then it's a trade from the team. BG 444 trades in, goes in for the first finish, and then he himself gets decimated too, but that is a trade. Gamers United Force. This is from the beginning might be the rules that at least you should make one elimination before getting eliminated. That's just minimum target, but no, not going that smooth for Kasiukas. Okay, there's an MVP of the team. Now, mine does or Mine does? Mine does? Yeah. Oh my goodness, executed from the compound as quick as it could. The grenade been dodged. But no, the support would be here next from Nifty. Now it's Danik. Making the next move with the shotgun takes the player down. That leads Team Next, making the first 4 elimination points. Still 1640 meters to go for the next stage, but they're not thinking about the zone that much. Next, Nifty comes in with Mini 14, makes an encounter. RGS while losing out their teammate. And Alpha would be no more. RGS, Genos Goat, been taken away with an headshot. It's like tonic. Vehicle ran over. We've been watching out for the vehicle ran overs. Now it's all about Team Next. And what's with Team Next? It's like the higher domination points you can get, and Team Next just being so casual. 1952. I was looking forward for the team, the roster. It's Hisoka, Shoyo, Olskist, and Sadmad. It's different. CYS Esports. Snas, 44k. That's a good name. Adja, Osmir, and Balja. I know that guy. I've seen him. It's a classic. On the domination, it's Melvin from TNL. He's going rampage there, making some points for the team. Team CYS Esports being so healthy because Puerto Paraíso is really all about the mid space. But if you imagine or talk about the structure of Puerto Paraíso, then you get lots of hills to get the advantages for the team, those who might take in. And that is Team 7S, named as 7 Strong. Team CYS Esport faces some problem, thinks about how to deal with the edge of the hill. But on the next stages, the hill might become a checkpoint. It's a new zone shift. So the zone shift comes with an advantage for Team 7 Strongs. Yeah, so 7 Strongs just go out to eliminate the players of CYS Esports so that they faces the consequences. Now, Team 7 Strong thinks to make the battle more smooth by checking the splits of a 2-2. It's Herms, Sub, Nixios, and Voltage. I was talking about Volti. That is GG, right? Okay, Voltage GG. Or you might say Voltage, but TAGE would be there. It's still the names. So smooth. Easy to understand. Sad Mad is just looking sad for the rescue. It's all kissed by Team Alpha Esports. Omiko watches out for the hillside. But only the single solo player is still Team 1952 is not thinking for the trade-in. Only one guy. Team TNL interrupting with Team Dragons. Dragons losing the 2 players. It's Focus Nick encountering against the odds. Focus Nick and Wabzob both nailing it. The team GOTTxHERTZ getting hurt and getting eliminated. Only the top 16 teams are surviving on this very third. Now it's all about Team Dragon. Getting the angle is easy, but defending the angle is not that. 1952 Olskist, after getting rescued, makes the revenge by himself. Eliminates the player. It's Wabjob, takes the risk. And Melvin shows who's the boss. Focus Nick supports in an instant that deals Team TNL for the 2 players getting bleed out. Focus Nick watching out against the grenades. The grenade comes close. that deals at least some damage. And Focus Nick understands he might not want to go in. Team RGX on the kill feed with Team 7S. 7S, just changing their story for the counter and by the counter, for the counter, by the counter. The Dragon, the table toppers after the first game, still been able to take those 5 eliminations. Now Focus Nick tries to make the competition a bit of harder by surviving solo. That player might get 3 or more points. If that's it, then we might see the cut-off points like 8 minimum from every game. The next zone becomes chaotic. This is the very 4th stage you get, and the zone says from the northern western to the southern western and the northern eastern to the southern eastern. There's 4 angles, becomes crazy, but the mid is still clean. Team RHTs might want to go there. Yeah, RHT. I think what to do. You only have 2 options: go on the south or continue the rotation from the mid. But mini 14 from Good Game. It's good. It's good. Give me a second. In Good Games with Team 1952. Plays and gets OD Musa. 1952 has the first 3 limbs by Old Kist, and the Old Kist and that -1 HP. It's Soil, the next player from 1952, getting caught up by Danik from Team Next, and Team Punk Blue comes on the side to making in for the third party. Kirito eliminates Sadman. 1952 being just divided with 2 teams. Team Next still chasing in for their 8 elims at the very 4th stage in the very second game. That might count in for the consistency part. We're having a really good moment here with the competition. Still 13 teams to go. Now it's a ROYALHARD eSports. Sometimes the visual gets bloody, but not for that long. It gets fixed ASAP. Now Team ROYALHARD eSports and the Team Dragon both are inside at this stage, but the point is Team Next with Team Punk. It's a bit of problematic. Punk counters it with mini 14. RHTs playing a good game with Team GGs, but RHT becomes the hunter here, but dealing with lots of angles. Team Punk loses blue. Team Next gets the point. That is lovely. So the first game we've seen the player just surviving in the solo, but I didn't take that much point. But it's about Team NECAT. Yeah, Team NECAT, but NECAT. Yeah. So if you talk about NECAT, then that's not that good. But yeah, it's a good name. AESTERIA eSports on the southern western. That's really amazing. I hear the loves the moments from the teams. Not bad. Team TLS with Team DFGs, Team TNL with Team Next, Team Punk with Team Next 2. How many teams are targeting Team Next because of the positions? It's the 5th stage. The chaos been started. Team RHGs dealing with Team GG's Sunchu been taken down. It's Nomi Gold. Oh wow, the player would be shocked. Team NECAT with Team AESTERIA. Now Nomi Good would be taken just like that with Lemon. That deals another 3 eliminations of 3 different teams. It's only the top 10 teams on the very 5th stage, the southwest and the east mid. These locations are for the point counts. And that's it. That's it. That's it. Now it's all about the time. Yes, Team TNLS makes the time for them. This mini rage is really good. Team NECAT with Team Leo. This interruption changes the game for Team CYS Esports. Now only the final player be thinking not to go for the rescue but to continue the game. But all he needs the safest place to be hiding in. Now CYS Esports wouldn't be able for the hideout. Melvin completes the fight. Now Team RHT dealing with all of grenades. Two of the players in trouble. How many players they want to go for the rescue? No. Now Team Leo Esport might want to just charge in more. It's all about the final top 7 teams in the very 6th stage. Team TLS, Team STs, Team Leo Sports and Team RHTs in the making for the 4x competition. Where Team 7S just witnesses. And I hope Team Leo gets the option. Another interruption on the northern west or east, you might say. Yes, this is the northeast. Team TNL having the most of the visuals from the north. This structure is not that bad to compete with. You have those rages, you have those angles. You should make it quick. For AESTERIA Esports, it's not like that. Oh, the vehicle elimination was so close, but he couldn't make it to the point. Team TLS interrupting with the edge, and the edge becomes the hunter point for Team TNLS. As we are talking about the northern eastern edge, yeah, might have the visuals for the chicken dinner attempt. It's just the final top 5 teams. Team TNL now deals with that. Team Leo Sports getting eliminated by the hand of Team 7 Strongs. Team RHT finds that opportunity for the grenade to charge in. Team TNL with Team TLS. It's just about the edge. Now, let's talk about the final game. It's all about the 7 Strongs to be stronger at this point. But, all you got is the edge and you need to move in for the next 50 meters unless you wouldn't be able to make for the chicken dinner, right? But you have to be on the edge. And the player host spot. Oh, that was such a risky move. And the finish, just like the clutch. Mess. 667 deals the point. Now it's all about the 3 teams. I was shocked by watching out the elimination points for the team. It's the team Nameless. Okay. Nameless. What's the point of continue? Wow. King. Fall back successfully. No, not that much. It was mess. Being in the mess. And now Ketu in such low HP, trying to heal up. Needs to be quick. Then for 16. Oh, was not that enough against the shotgun. It's all about the final game and the final player, Nixios. Goes in for the encounter against Tonic, but at the end, Team Nameless. The Nameless as the chicken. The second games becomes a flip point. And the leaderboard would be flipped, but we do not know what is the competition after the first game, and there had been a lot of interruptions in the earlier of the second game, so not bad. I was about to be shocked down by, mess 667 about what it did at the edge. It was K2, the first hit kid pop-in was quick, but next reaction was not that quick, and that's why he had to be eliminated. So now it's all about the custard desks, gentlemen. I'd be liking a little bit of break here, so let's be right back, but not that much. It's not the break time. because after the first game we hadn't seen the results. So yeah, and that's why we would love to know the competition at first. So yeah, the match rankings is important to understand the competition, and all we'd get the result. It's all from the first game, not to the second one, not the overall, but only the first game. Yes. Then the second result would be also quick in the count. Now, how was the competition? I know the explanation was a bit of analytical, not that quick, but it'll just go on hype according to the competition. Don't worry that much. It's your host, Quick York, on the caster desk. I was thinking to witness the overall, but yeah, we're gonna have the first game's result. It is Team Dragons who dealt the first game. At the end of the match, it is such a good point. Team Dragon was ruling all over with total 24 points. The table was close, but it's in the half with Team REGNUM X Esports with 12 points. The Nameless with 11, the Good Game with 10, Team AESTERIA Esports with 9, 8 for Team ROYALHARD Esports 7. Strong has taken 6, 5 has been taken by Team NECAT. Team Next been taken 4 points, 19 for the 3 points. Alpha Esports getting 3, the Nameless SHZ getting 2, Bastards getting 1, Punk Esports getting 1, Cosmo Nova, Gamers United Force, Leo, CYS Esport and GOTTxHERTZ couldn't been able to make any points, but not that bad. The second game and obviously going good for Team Leo Esports. It's only the first game's result, and I just talked about the future, like after the second game, how it might sound like, it might look like. Now it's all about top players on the first game. For the first game, we have witnessed 2 games, but this is the first game result. Yes, and DRG, Surfix or Surfy, Triple XHG would be on top because of the damages. But according to the damage, it was higher from Fluke, but Fluke doesn't have the eliminations there. So, nice. Focus, breathe, and the rest of the players did that good. Now, it's the caster desk again. After the first game, we would like to get the confirmation. Now, we would have a break. Yeah. So now, gentlemen, we are gonna take the break and we'll come back. Till then, stay tuned. Okay. Gentlemen, welcome back again for the third game. You have witnessed the first two games, and here comes the last game for the table flip, and then the next two games would be for the final judgment. And now with the top 19 teams again, starting from the first, from the beginning, even after two matches been completed, still this match get the title for the start. If you start right now, you can have the advantage for the next two games. Yes, it is possible to shuffle the competition. Now, if we talk about the Camp Bravo, the Mongna location, there will be three teams right there. On Cow, we see one team. On Paradise, we see one. On Bootcamp, we met two teams, Team Dragon and Team TNL, sitting for Camp Alpha Island. Team NECAT getting on Hatin, and not at Hatin at all, but taking the first battle in 1952s. And now, if you look out for the Team 7Ss and the mid of the Bootcamp and Pine on the very hillside, but Team ST is taking the edge on the first stage. Then Cave been taken by Team Punk, Team RHT's been taking the Cam Charlie, and then Team Aces or Team Chief having the ban. Wow, such a big split by them. Now, Sahmi been taken between 4BS means the named as bastards. Now we see Team NECAT fighting with Team 1952. It's sad mad would be taken just away. And then we see Team 1952 thinking about the casualties. All case taking the back end of the compound. But it's the sport. The sport wasn't bit of late. It's Hisoka on the altar angle that actually might count as the surroundable position, but I hope not, because the naked is just prepared. Look at Purple taking the off angle, completely down and dusted. Now it becomes the final play here, but on the altar angle you'd see the other players, but for Team 1952 it's only the final two players. So just been searching for others, but they might want to guess about Purple. The grenade is chasing close for Purple. Purple also encounters, but there was not much visuals to trace with the grenade. Now it's about Team Leo eSport. Yes, Team Leo has started the first Sandhook with the victory, and would have first 4 points for them. Then we see the first team to be eliminated, that between CNX, Team Bastards, also not surviving anymore. It's all about Team RGXS. Just one of the player is left, and the rest 3 is gone. Team TLS. It's not bad. The nameless is SHZ. Team CYS eSports with SHZ. TLS. TLS are good. TLS are good. Alpha eSports, they're also good, but Team RGX, not that much. It's Xenos Goat on the top of that rock. Such a good angle to talk about. But the rest of the players are also live. I was talking about the final player from the live ranking. But it's all about Team RGX. Okay, that was such a good glitch. Team Lee Sports losing out the players against the Team Hertz. Now Hertz has their next lead of points, lead of knocks. 2 different knocks been made there. Simultaneously, multiple locations has multiple battles. It's HZ Stony charging the grenade, confirms the kill. That counts 1 for the team. But Sunny getting encountered with the QBZ. Then Stony comes up with the sport again with Team 7SS. It's RGX for the closing in. Christian the kill feed taking Team GUFs. Old kissed from 1952. Makes the knock and then trades it with an counter knock, where we see Stony getting the finishes. And now it was Shoyo from 1952, the final player, with the whole team getting eliminated. We only lost 2 teams at the start of the game. Now we see Team RGX getting close at the end of the first battle here. REGNUM X eSports in the making for the first point count. the Sanok becomes a new fresh game for the Devil. It's not that high, 37 points for Team TNLs, 29 for the second tier Gs, and Team GGs fighting with Team CNs, Team GUFs fighting with Team Bastards, and Team GUF taking the, most possible knockouts right there. But that was an encounter from the Team Bastards, Team GUF losing one, Leo getting the sport again. The kill feed is much more hot. We just lost three teams. Team HZ from the boot camp. It's just the three players for the knockout. It's Sunny. The final player, we might want a clutch, but no more. Team Leo Esport winning two drop clash battles. Yeah, but winning against two teams with the trial roster. You might guess how strong they are at the trial. Punk Esport in the chase with Team ASTs from the quarry side. I see Bad Boy chasing the player from behind. Found out another one inside the compound. Switches the position as soon as he can. Then takes the next compound for the angle in the making. Team RGX in the kill feed fighting with Team TLS. Needs Jummy would have no more chances for the game to continue or fight side by side with his brothers in the team. Team ST losing Nomigot. TLS K2 being taken away. Bad Boy is moving on. Gets the angle. Tries to scout out. The first shift of the first stage becomes the second zone. ST gets interrupted again and again. It's just trouble and trouble only. The finish is completed and Punk Esport completes their chase down. It's only the top 14 teams on the very Sana game. Rinse is a good location to get inside for the next zone, but the bootcamp hill is not been occupied, and I just hope for the team to get there early as possible. Now, if we talk about Team CYS Esports, it's not just that. Team CYS has the first point. But at what position they have? This is the overall leaderboard of the two games, gentlemen. Team TLS, yes, fighting with Team CYSS. Team GUF, eliminating the players of Team 4BS. But not the whole team. Team RGX fighting with Team CYS2. It's NUS being knocked out just like that. The nameless SHZ. Wow, that was such a good attempt, but the shotgun he had in the hand that was not been charged. And that deals the final fight of this first battle. CYS Esports winning the moment. 8 kills for Team Leo Esports, still in the making for a good game. Team GUF fighting with Team AES. CN's Kian been eliminated. Chief fighting with Team CYS again. Christy been eliminated. 4BS still has one more play to go. We see Team Alpha Esports in the feed. Team RGX with Team CYS again. CYS, the team getting hunted down again and again. It was Team RGX to get the pressure for the team. Now only the final player survives. Alpha Esports looking out for the confirmations. Janus Great eliminates the knock, and that gets them the count of 4. RGX on the edge to take the advantages, and it's Team REGNUM X Esports 2, named as RGX, same name, but the game is not same. Not anymore. Still, you are watching the Sanok REGNUM X Esports. Now it's the time to fight with Team Alpha Esports. It's a proper hidden fight. The first knock is done by Team RGX. Snow on the lead with BG 444. The finish has completed. Alpha Esports getting hunted down just like that. It's Alpha himself with the grenades in the hand. Wants to find out the players, but the players are just switching the angles in just 2 or 3 seconds of a count in average. But Alpha is in so trouble right now. The grenade would be chasing him down too, but no, he's just survived, and his grenade deals some damage with Snow. Now Snow needs to switch the position, but the angle has been taken. The angle As for another player for the team RGXS, so they need to understand if one of the player tries to get the support and gets close to the opposite or to the next teammate, then the teammate also gets exposed with the player that has been traced. Now it's Team Leo Sports again on the kill feed with Team Dragons. So Team Leo, what are they fighting for? They're fighting for the boot camp. It's Team Dragon indeed in the problem. Team REGNUM X Esports in the making for the problem. 360 meters to go for the next third stage. Team Flick fighting with Team Fudzo. Okay, that is good. RGX with 5 limbs. It's the next 6th knock. The knock should be completed, but no. Alpha Esports tried hard. Maloney eliminates Alpha. It's only the final top 11 teams to deal for the Shana game. The third stage takes part on the map. The Dragon team still hasn't opened their book yet for the elimination book. It's Team Leo Sports encountering with Team DRGs and Team Leo fighting with Team TNLs. Now Team DRGs getting the lead on the second time. Team Leo loses the player. Still, Team Leo might think for or might be thinking for the rescue. Yeah, they still do have such time left. It's the bootcamp location is still in the zone. Now you see the team Nameless. Wow, taking the hillside. It's really good checkpoint to scout down the rotations and make some kind of plans. But for Team Leo Sports, it's just the boot camp for them. They do not want to go out for now. Team DRGs, we love to see them for now. Team Leo just knows about the hillside, also the neighbor team. It's about Team Dragon. At what decision did come up next? Next is the 4th stage. Oh no, Team ROYALHARD Esports. On the very 4th, they might be looking for a head-to-head game. It's with Team Punk. Team Punk just found out about the player. Still I see Tomato 19. Yeah. Now it was Effect. Been in the baddest position so far, according to the splits of Team Punk. Team ROYALHARD Esports named as Team RH to the team which tried to own the first chicken dinner. And now I see Team TNL is still standing on top. Team DRG is trying to beat down toppers, but not anymore. Give me a second. Let's talk about the Team Punk Esport for now. Yes, I'm back. With 6 limbs, Team Punk Esports on the quarter side. Team RHT being so close to them. Punk Esport has the best position here. Okay. I was having such interruptions, but I'm back again. Team GUFs. It's good with Team COIS. COIS also encountering with the team. Now 10 teams on the DRGs. They're surviving, but the live ranking shows they're not. It's a confusion. The Team Dragon is just on the ground floor. It's all about the ground game. Team Punk Esport taking 7 limbs for them. At the very 4th stage, at the very beginning. Now looks for the compound next to them because the zone is completely supporting the boot camp, and that's why they need to be inside. It's Team GG's Sunchi, the player, being eliminated. Team RGX eliminating another one. NECAT fighting with Team GG's. FLX and his teammate Mockers been completely changed. DRG's dealing with Team Punk in the moment. Now RGX. What is the position for now? Let's watch out for the map. According to the next circle, the time would be 5 seconds. Yeah, Punk Esports. Now, on the very southeast. Wow, such a good location for the attempt, but not that much because bootcamp still has lots of support. The team Leo Esport, the decision was top notch, but all they need to do is to get down team RGX so that they couldn't make an entry. Team TNL's thinking about to make the entry. At first they need to make the slam in with team RGX. You can go for the battle at first to deal with them at first, and then you can go for the entry for the next zone. But team Leo, as long as they're on the bootcamp, no team will be safe. Punky Sport on the southeast knows about Team Dragons that tries to just pull back the team Dragons while cutting off TNL's NECAT Lemon and Purple. There's two player was in such problem at the very edge. It's Team RGX with Team Leo. Now Leo has exactly they had executed the plan so successfully. The dragon name is Dragon. Position is the top. The next zone is being shifted. It's 6th stage only. They sit in REGNUM Esport on the very 6th zone. They're on the southern western edge. Now, Team Leo Esport understands it's for the teams to make the entry. So it might be a good opportunity for them. Under down. Same plan goes for Team ROYALHARD. RHT's been able to make the first knock as the time for the push. Oh no, there is a second attempt for the cutoff against RGX. Now Janos finds a really good path there. It's Hardy taking Wabzod. It's Bidju or Baiju getting a counter. Then Bosana C33 gets an upper hand. Punky Sport still final top 4 teams, gentlemen. You are watching Stitch tournaments. The grand finals are here. It's the match number 3 which gets the flip. Now the southern becomes a good point for Team Punk. They need to move in faster. They're on the edge, and now the team thinks to make some smoke here. The smoke path might be cool, but no. Oh, the zone is completely on the northern mid, and Team Dragon Esport is also having a good tension here coming out from the side of Team Leo. You remember Team Leo from the beginning, been the only team on the center to defend. Team Punk Esport just finds out this so problematic, so difficult to break down. Team Leo Esport on the interruption with the northern eastern. It's Team Leo using the grenade. The grenade deals with the first knock. Team Dragon in problem. Blue still trying to steal down the kills. And Team Punk were successful. So now Team Leo, it's their time. It's their time. The second knocks comes just like that. And Team Punk Bad Boy surprises Marine. While Team Leo Esports and no more Team DRGs becomes the final team left here to deal with the chicken dinner. It's Bidju or Baiju getting eliminated by Team Punk Esport. I was talking about the southern eastern corner by Team Punk, and Team Punk was able to complete their planned as they planned in for the execution. The execution path was so great, and the patience they have shown in the game was more greater. Absolutely a gorgeous piece of comeback here. Now, the thing is, I was kind of distracted at the very third game, but I just catched up. Yeah, with the competition here. Now, after the third game, the next two games would be hyped because the next game would come up three types of shuffles. Yeah, with and the shuffles would be from the number 1 to number 5, from number 6 to number 13, and number 14th to number 19th. That's it. That's it. Top, mid, and bottom. Now, I might get some time to making for the break. Yes, it's time for me. I hope for the break. Let me ask that out. Is it the time for the break? Yes, so let me get the break for now. Gentlemen, we're back again for the fourth game. Now, at the very beginning, I talked about how the competition is going to be. There are just only 5 matches today, so that means not only for today, only 5 matches. And that means you only got 2 more matches left to settle down the score. And what's the score after 3 games? Yeah, we'll find that out as soon as possible. But there has been some technical glitches like the server that actually counts the points, makes the delay. It's not the fault for the team or from the team. It's from the server that actually works out to count out that points. Now, if we talk about the fourth game, it definitely happens on the Erangel game, the OG map, the mother of all maps. Some says like this, but yeah, actually, the map is so favorite for lots of people. I mean to say, like every people out there who loves PUBG Mobile. Now, it's all about the competition, and the competition means you just need to have knowledge about the places that you're gonna take on, right? And after the flight path starts from the shooting range in onto the military power. Some of the teams might choosing it for Georgia Pool Northern City, and some are choosing for the Rozoki, Yasna, Poliana. But the zone actually supports the quarry. Wow, this kind of zone meta is completely something you might say is challenging. And now, not even a single team just gets the support for the zone. It's just all about to just glide and take the supports from the vehicles and then just move in. But Pochinki, yeah, it's really good location. But still, you need to glide down for going into Pochinki. Then you see Yasna, Poliana, Lipovka, Meta Power, Shelter, the farm, and it becomes those of the places there we'll see the battles. No, it's all about the center point where quarry becomes the center. Yes, and it will definitely be important, be an important place to talk about because the teams who gets there first would have the third and the fourth advantages of the zones. Now, I see team 7 strongs here. Actually jumping down onto Yas Napoleon makes them getting outside of the zone about 2,400 meters right now. And that means Team Alpha Esports on the other side of the end here, just sharing the same Yas Naya with another team. And I see Team 1952 fighting with Team Punk Esports, where Team Punk loses blue. And now it means Team 1952 would just try to, be try to be consistent on this game because on the previous 3 games that was not so smooth, and only you do have 2 games, and this game is very important because this is the last game that gets you the opportunity for the score settlement, and even for the final fifth number of game, and the game would be more tough to deal with because if you get eliminated there will be no more second chances. It's just now or never. Now, it's all about the you know comeback point. And that means the comeback point should be more than 15 plus. Even we have seen the table tower points, right? It's team 7s on the kill feed. It is from Mansion, the Team Punk Esport. Now Team Punk Esport is getting ready. Team CYS Esports or CIS Esports, yeah, get some point at the start. Still 19 teams. Not a single team is completely eliminated. Just some of the players are. Then Punk Esport finds out about the split of Team 1952. That's an anchor point, you might say, but the anchor point might take some flanks for the attention of Bad Boy, where we see Melvin and the kill feed fighting with Swea. That is Team Alpha Sports or a new one. Yeah, it's Team Leo Sport with Team Shians. 6 teams are getting engaged on this first stage after the flight path on a different place and the zone against it. Now Team GUF, getting the points of Team Next, but Punk makes the first knock here. Sad Mad. He is in trouble, but the support was in need and off-cased. supports the player, supports the team, takes the back angle. It is Kobe. That was such a good knock with the shotgun in hand. Such a jump shot, such an IQ. It's fluke. And the kill feed to deal with him. 7SS sub is no more. Hisoka dodges the grenade, spots the player, takes him down with the shotgun. Such a good headshot. Such a great headshot. And now it's Leon with Hisoka. 1952. Does it good. Does it really good. 3 of the knockouts, and Punk only has 1. Team CN on the other side, fighting with Team ESPORTS, and here from Mansion, Team 1952 would be winning the first battle. On the other side, on the ESNA Poliana, it was Team CN and Team ESPORTS. Not on the ESNA, but on the ESNA we see Team 7SS and Team TNL. The Nameless gets the first 2 points. Not bad, not good for some teams, and not bad for the Team Nameless. So I hope ESNA would be a good location to deal with the final battle here. But no. The first zone is so far from the teams holding on ESNA. It's just 2294 plus, and that means almost 2300 meters far from the first stage. Now Team 7S, as they're losing out the support from the team. It's just the final duo, Mesh and Nixius, or Nixius, you might say. Okay, it's Team Next, Nymphy on the kill feed with the first knock, Team RGX with Team Bastards, CN with the revenge against Team Leo. Bosanak is no more. The final player will be Marine, and Marine. Snow with a finish, Genos with an encounter, Bastards closing on the players. The next fighting with Team GUAPS, ESPORTS trying to fall back, and it's such a good path that Team ESPORTS is trying to take in. Team RGX with Team Bastards again, and that was 10 not. Then Team TNLs with Team 7SS again, it was Nixus. Team 7S becomes solo from Yasnaya. It's ESPORTS trying to survive at least on this very 4th game. The previous 3 games were not that smooth to compete with the table toppers. Team Next with Team GUFs again. It's Danik on the kill feed. Indeed, Team Bastards has a final player. Arabat, Gamers United Force, has the full roster, but not the full roster. It is trio still. Another player takes the damages, and now it only gets the team being in duo, but the next push has just completed from the Team Next, and Team Next is trying to chase down the player Mindas, who's in such low HP and calls for the support. Meanwhile, Mindas encounters one with the shotgun. That was the first knock against Danik. It's just the final 2v2, but Mindas needs the support for the first hit kit. He should heal up, but Nuleishu needs the support right now, but both regrouped. Wow, both been able to regroup here. It's Nuleishu, the final pronunciation. I see. Lovelace countering with the shotgun. S1 at 97, old kissed, finished smash on the kill feed. 1952 also fighting with the team, but Gamers United Force needs the fallback button, but there is no button that says you can fall back. It's all just fight back. Danik enters in the room, and Minders waits for the player to jump in, a closing. It's the first one, and now the second was oh my goodness, that second shot was also good, but the player couldn't get the knock. The counter was massive, and the strong aura that I can find from the next. Who's next? That's the question. It's the school compound, so we might look forward for the next locations, right? That is school, means outside the zone. We only seen the zone supporting the quarry as the center. That means this zone meta is completely a quirky meta, like it shuffles every time. It cannot be predicted just like that. It's like team 4 bastards, 4 BS, but the tagged as not tagged but named as bastards. Now the final player would be eliminated with just one grenade. That is Janus Goat, and he is really the greatest of all time from the team REGNUM Esports, cause he's so accurate with grenade. And now I see Team TLS fighting from the ferry pier. Just first point comes in by eliminating Sunny, then the second knock by King D, then Jamie makes the third knock too. It's Team TLS in the lead. The nameless SHZ finds out about the final player too. There is Anguru 17k, but got hurt. TLS with 4 LMs and the very second stage, Team NECAT with Team Cians. We have seen Team Cian again and again in the kill feed, right? This time, them getting the knocks. But against the odds. It's Team Shish Esport. You might say CYS Esport. I might say CYS does have the best meaning here for the team. It's Cartel and Adza and Baliza and Snas. Okay. Oh, not bad. The path. You are late means you can witness Team next to go on the next. And Cartel can plan on the next two. Cartel didn't stopped. Still, COS Esports hopes to stay in on this compound for some time. It's the really northern eastern, and Team COS Esports has just got a good position. Now Team Next, talking about Team Next, it's all from the Gatka, and Team Next gets the first 4 points for the team. That was the first battle. It's the 4th game. The first battle is not that enough. You need to do more. You need to make more points. Team COS Esports finds a good opportunity to cut down Team Cian. It was Kian to be cut it off. Does from Team Cosmo Nova, the tag as Cian is solo now. Good game. The tag as GG is in duo now. Mokers and Sanchi from the quarry, the center of this second stage. But good game. Needs to plan quick. From the north, it's Team Dragon. From the western north, it's Team RGX getting the advantages to make inside in the next third zone as early as possible. But the northern eastern becomes harder, and also the northern eastern, the edge of the eastern northern. Yes, that actually gets cleared too by the Team Next. Wow, it's Team NECAT, and NECAT actually trying to make an entry from the east mid. Yes, and NECAT tries to just be safe. 4th game, obviously the last game for the shuffle, and the next game would be more competitive. Yeah, the competition is going hard. You only need 8 of minimum and 10 of average, nothing else. But on the very 4th game, that's not the option, my brother. You need more than 15 plus points to make a good shuffle. But I see Team Dragons. The Nameless too. It's the tag TNL. Only the 5 eliminations, and now they're about to fight with the competitor team. Tabletop of Team Dragons. Team Nameless makes the second knock too. Team Dragons losing the teammate. Now the decision was faster to leave this place, to leave this zone for Team Nameless, and to fall back in solo. Surfy or Surfix. Surfy is good. HG, right? Yeah, the Dragon has really got some good names here. But they need to make a good moment. It's only the 3rd stage. Team RGX, named as REGNUM Esports, also did great in the previous games. Now this is their 2nd game or 2nd battle on the very 3rd match. you see Team REGNUM X Esport just taking the time. 14-19-52. It's really good start. Team TNL with Team TLS. It was also a good start as Team TNL was able to finish the knock. Then Team TLS also counters it, and now it's Tonic would face all the consequences. It's Jamie 2 with such nice cover. Tries to look back for the southern angle to watch out for Team TNL, but TNL. Oh, what was that? TNL tries to make a bait. Jamie also uses a grenade. Uh-oh. But Melvin makes the knock success. They were success. Oh, they were succeeded. That you should call a success, right? 1952. Fight to Team GGS. It's Team 1952 completing the second battle without facing the consequences here. But the support was faster. It is Shoyo to get the support for the team. Now the next zone is in Quarry again, and 1952 knows how to fight from Quarry. It's Team RHDs from Quarry. It's Team NECAT from the east. It's Team Next from the north. It's Team RGX from the north mid. And then you see Team REGNUM X Esport from the north mid right now. Not the mid, but yeah, from the north, right? Directly at the north. North mid means you're inside in the zone. Or, you know, in the zone mid, or the between point, checkpoint of the center point and the edge, the circle, the white circle. Now it's all about the final 8 teams to deal with the leaderboard, to deal with the competitors from the esports. Is no more in the game again. It's only the top 7 teams. This time it's Team ASTs, named as AESTERIA Esports. This is Riego for you, Preet, Nomi Goat. So, AESTERIA, I want them to do good. But what are they doing? They need a lot of points. But how much points they can get? It's only 27 players remaining. So if you just -4, then we'll only have 23 players. And they all know that the rest of the 23 players, it's just not that easy to take all, because there are other teams too, and there's also dominators. So you can only have the 20 points mostly. It's for the nameless, but 20 plus. Yeah, already they do have 11 eliminations. If they just deals with the rest of the 6 teams without taking the consequences, then it might be happening. But the nameless is so good this time, right? They do play Irangle very well. They do have some great knowledges. The decision was good not to fight here. That could deal the player loss for the team, and the team is not ready to lose the player. Now they need a good match, right? It's Team 1952 from the south, Team RHDs on the edge south, but the next 5th zone also supports the quarry. It's Team TNL fighting with Team AESTERIA Esports. Now Team Nameless gets another point. There is Team RGX2. Team Nameless should understand there is not only 1 but 2 teams. Oh, Team AESTERIA Esports going in with Team TNLS2. TNLS2, yes, Team RGX fighting with another one. It's just from the north. Lots of teams in the chaos. 1952 is just, counting the kills from the kill feed. It's Snow77 and Fatzo again with TNL and Team TNL just in the baddest position for now. Team AESTERIA Esport trying to secure the kill. It's on the edge. Team AST versus Team RGX. You should be very, very careful, because from the compounds you might be seen out. The team named as TNL, the Nameless, they just took a risk to make an entry from the western mid. but they found out about Team 1952. Their vehicle skills are good. They have stopped the vehicle at the very right spot. It is RHD's, the Royal Hard Esport, now dealing with Team AESTERIA, trying to cut down Team AESTERIA. The vehicle has been blasted. AESTERIA finds out there is Team TNL. TNL counters it with an 1v2. That was Smoko Jan. Wow. And SMKD or KO Jan. It's John, you should say. Okay, but that was a such 1v2. I sit him next with RGX. Still, the 1952. Wow. This might be a good game for Team 1952 if they takes it. But no, the Southern Western, the chaos is more greater than we're thinking about. It's Team 1952 here. Team next. Not bad. Team NECAT. Outside of the zone. 150 meters almost. 6th stage. Team NECAT is just not prepared to make an entry. TNL losing out the players. Sad Mad eliminated AESTERIA. 1952 getting the 9th. It's Sad Mad trying to spam down, trying to look out. But for Team Nameless, it's not that easy because this is the final player from the team inside the top 5 teams. Now all he can get is the 3 placement points. But even if he makes another kill point for the team, that will be the advantage. But or he might choose to survive for a little more time. It's Team NECAT interrupting with Team Next. And Next loses Lovelace. The Next counters it. And Next takes purple. It's Danik and Nymphy from Team Next. RHD's 2 with 1952. And now Team Next makes a new knock against 1952. It is Hishoka being eliminated. Shoyo being spot down. What was that? Danik eliminates Shoyo. And then Danik finds out about SMKD John. It's the Team Nameless inside the smoke using the first aid kid. Shoyo being rescued. Old Kist found no time left here, but the rescue has been completed. It's just so close. It's now a Neva. John would go on top. Team NECAT uses the grenade. And Team RHD in the middle from the edge. 1952 might interrupt with them. The grenade gets hit with effect. That was an effective grenade. And the effect has got heard. The next grenade goes inside of the compound. That warehouse is so deadly. Old Kist eliminates John. TNL is completely eliminated with only just 19 points. They're getting out of this game. RHD trying to take the lead, but RHD is defending against him. NECAT, but NECAT dealt a lot. And at the end, it is Tomito 19, and Tomito uses a grenade. Okay, but before he actually charges the grenade, Team NECAT was faster. It's only the final top 2 teams. It is Team Next to go in for the chicken dinner. And here we go. The grenade and the support at the same time. Team Next gets the chicken dinner for the very 4th game. It is all, not all, but it is such a great comeback. Team Next did so great here. First 4 games are done. It's completed. Just one more game left to, witness the competition between these 19 teams. Now you see the final blow moment here. It is to master esports in the solo, but 1952 dealt with it. Then Team 1952 hold there for a long time. Team TNL also, but at the end of the moment, Team ROYALHARD esports had to face about the, consequences with Team NECAT. Then Team Next interrupts in, and Team Next tries to finish the final player, and that's all with just simultaneously at the same time executing grenades and spray supports. The team Yes, and now, gentlemen, it is a little bit of time for me to get the break. So I'll be right back after the break, and then we'll witness the final game for the competition. That which team becomes the champion or the winner, and then becomes the runner-ups. So stay tuned. Gentlemen, welcome back again for the competition on the competition and to enjoy the competition. Yes, right now I'm your only host, Quick York, on the custard desk. You have just, beat me for the last four games. And now it's all about to watch out for the final game. Yes, because this game decides which team will become the champion. But the result, it will not be, you will not be able to witness the result today. It'll be the next time. But yeah, the flight path. It sets again from the north to the south. Wow. Now, to the teams would head for the Toria Humara. It's Team GGs with Team Dragons, the two tabletopper teams, and they would just fight it out. And then TNLs on the Water Treatment. Then it's Team HZs on the Hacienda, Team NECAT on the San Martin, Team RHTs on the Graveyard, and lots of teams on this Hacienda, San Martin, and Graveyard side. And now I see the first battle happening on the Toria Humara right, but the rest of the teams, we have to watch out for them. It's Team Punky Sport hitting on for the Picado, and this time the Picado would not be with just one single team anymore. It will be with two teams, or you might say like four teams to deal the drop clash battles. Yes, it's a new zone again with the support from the Lost Leonis and also from the Patona. Now you see team RHTs being available on the truck stop and being just so safe that they do not have to compete with any of the teams for the drop. But for the team GGs with the team Dragons, it should be just one team. Yeah, it's just one or one because the teams are not gonna take the decision to just fall back from the battle. Now Picado becomes the hottest drop, and the Puerto Paraiso becomes a good drop to its team Leo Sports. Yes, on the Puerto Paraiso, and I see team Leo Sports are also not so safe because this time they'd also be facing a neighbor team to fight down for the place. Now, if you talk about Team CY's esports, it's really going good from the Picado. They have taken the southern part, the mid part being taken by Team Punk, and look at them just taking four different compounds at the same time, and that gets their just directed territory. Now you see the team, bastards named as bastards, but then actually not. There's some good athletes that the team named as next, fighting with Team 7SS. Now let's Team 7SS actually, eliminating taking the points, right? So let's talk about for the team good games. Yes, it's K2ASVs, Sanchi, Mockers, and FLX at the same time. And if you talk about the team Dragons, that's also looking so good. But look at the distance two of the teams are maintaining that 4,000 meters away from the first stage, and they all need is the first painting here. But the encounter gets so cozy and so quick here. Now K2HV is just in trouble, but nobody can come close to go for the rescue. You see the team focus, not the team focus, but the named as Team Dragon. Yeah, the Dragon just focus Nick, the player named as, but all he wants is the player to just get in the cover. Then you see Team Sports just turning on for the Puerto Paraiso, and now they all are dealing with Team GUF. And Team GUF also starts this game in such bad position. Now Team DRG has been able to make the first move, make the first point against Team GG's, but Team Good Games still not been able to rescue for the player there. Team Punk comes inside with Team Bastards, and Team Punk actually, just gets all the upper hands possible. Then Team Bastards would be just not available anymore, and then they'd be just eliminated or some in solo. You might say that, but it's the 15 teams. So we'd like to watch it for the battles. Team Punk fighting with Team CYS Esports, and Team GG's waiting for the moment for Team Gamers United Force to come inside. But their Team Gamer United Force from Puerto Paraiso faces the lack of the teammate sports, and then Team Leo just makes the first lead here. Then the second lead to Team Leo comes with the second knock. It's all about the final player, GUF's Mindas. The player, everyone knows about this, and they just want to watch it for this one, but Team Leo would just not leave the players as in the bleed out situation. They just try to secure the kill as long as they're getting, or as quick as they're getting the knock. Now, Team Leo Sports might not understanding this moment yet, but its mind does trying to make the battle in and 1v1 with the MT4. He only does one weapon left in the hand, and that is the MT4, but he couldn't complete that hidden battle in 1v1 with the MT4. They're issuing good game fighting with Team Dragons, and now Team Dragons been the problem, and then Team Dragons watching out for the player, getting close to the player by switching the room inside of that compound, and now Team Good Game becomes solo. Yeah, their Team COES Esports losing out all of the players, and now it's Sanchi just trying to get close before the rescue happens. Okay, but before he actually steps in, the player got rescued, and the support was top notch by Focus Sneak from Team Dragons. The first battle was so awesome by the team, as their teammate Focus Sneak completes 3 eliminations so far at the same time from the same place. Now it's all about Team Punk Esports. Just a moment ago, we witnessed two different teams in Spiccato location, and now it's all about the only team surviving from the Spiccato by eliminating two of the teams simultaneously at the same time, without taking any casualties or facing any consequences. And it's Team Punk Esports watching out for their own players, and then just got surprisingly taken down by Nomi Good, as the player was not finding out about the team AST, named as AESTERIA Esports, but looks like Team AST has already lost a beat FTW here, but yeah, FTW does mean for the win. It might be, but now we see REGNUM X Esport, Team RGX, tagged as obviously from the Chumasera. It's a really good location, right? There instead of the zone, we have seen the zones putting the Chumasera, and Team RGX has gotten the best possible position so far. It's Team Next taking Danik Curator Nymphty or Nymphy. Okay, Nymphy. The tag would be Nymphy. Now I got it. It's just a midnight at my location, and I'm just looking out for the names for the players. Some just got me entertained. Yes, Kobe, Bad Boy, Leon for from Team Punky Sports from Picado just doesn't want to get eliminated. That's all, my lord. This is the last game. If you get eliminated, you lose the chances. No more second chances. Only the 12 teams for the competition. And now you see her, just harms. That is not mess. That is harms. I was pronouncing it kid, not good, but bad. Nixios. You might say Nixios. Yeah, Nixios, the name would be. Then Voltage or Voltage GG. Okay. Then I see Sub there, but Sub is no more. Now, the zone only having some of the edges guarded from Patona. It's already one team being there by the end of the flight path. And from the west and south mid, that's Team TNL with the Team Next. Then you see the Team REGNUM Esport on the Chumasera, and also the Team Punk with Team HUDs with Team AESTERIA Esports. Now, Team 1952 has clearly gotten the edge of the Lost Lane city, and that's the biggest city, right? So you need to be more coordinated to deal this kind of longer terms of battles, so the mid supported battles. Team GOTTxHERTZ is not yet herded, but Team GOTTxHERTZ has stepped onto the fight, so yeah, they might get hurt. Now the grenade gets blasted. Oh wow, that is Anguru. And Unguru, yes, Anguru or Unguru, whatever. It's Anguru, I might assume. Been taken away by Team Punk, but needs the support, right? So they need to be surrounded. Team Next gets the encounter with Team Channel. On the Kinfield, there has been another battle, but we would love to finish this battle first. Punky Sport fighting with Team HZ. The grenade would surely take down Stony, but no, some of the damages. Then TNL comes in with Team Next. Next finishes the player. TNL finishes the player. Tit for tat for the both of the teams, but Team TNL gets the second knock at first, and that gets them in the upper hand. While Team Punk fights with Team HUDs, and Punk tries to finish the kill. Team, Punk actually loses the player here. That's a third party. Yes, you'd like to talk about the third party. The third party from Team GOTTxHERTZ. Now, you see the locations be changed, and it's all about Nose trying to find out where the player is, and he knows where the player is, but the grenade will be coming and chasing down for Nose, and just Nose needs one more bullet to get taken away. It's just Team AESTERIA Esports fighting the close combat with such good IQ, so charging the grenades at first, and then just thinking for the player to get pushed back. Yes, but now a teammate information might help him, that the teammate might call him or get an information filtering for him that the opponents are in such low HPs. While you see Team Punk Esport doing the same here, right? So it's a completely triple threat game between Team Asteria, Team Punk Esports, and Team Hearts, right? So three of the teams. Now, who's gonna be able to take the points? That's a matter of fact. Still the three teams, right? And Team GOTTxHERTZ still getting the perfect turn for the rescue to be happening. The GOTTxHERTZ knows that they also need the support right now, but knows finds out where the last angle could be. It's Team Tunnel again with Team Next, and Next losing the next level of players again and again, and that they get Team Next Esport in solo. Now Team Asteria finds to the finishes. It was Estonian Sanvi or Sanvi, yeah, Sanvi, and I see Team GOTTxHERTZ is just in solo right now. That's knows. Now all he finds out that he's just solo here between the two of the teams. Where on the kill feed is Team Next fighting with the odds, or it is Team Channels fighting with Team Next, but Next says no more. Now will not be the team to get pushed back. We'll just fight back to push you back until right now. Yes, right. So let's talk about for the next esports, but before that, you see Team GOTTxHERTZ on the bus side, switching the vehicle to the Cope RB, and that's it. Just trying to get inside on the next second stage. It's only the Team GOTTxHERTZ in solo. Wow. But Team TNL with Team Next, and Next loses another one. It's Team Next not surviving anymore. Team Next been completely eliminated. Team Nameless eliminates Team TNLs. But not Team TNLs. That is Team Next, right? Yes. So the team named as the Nameless eliminates Next. 1952. Such good players, right? All they need is just play a lot of games. That's it. That's it. Trying to look out for Team RGXs. Punk Bad Boy watches for the Mini 14. Okay, and the Mini 14 actually works. This is Miramar in terms of the game. We see Team 7SS on the Patuna side, and the zone completely supports the south of the Lost Linus. In the Patuna and the Lost Linus, where Team 1952 becomes the just center keeper. Now we see the Mastery Esports in the north too, right? And there has been a unsettled battle till now. It's Team Punk Esports still in the making with the 10 eliminations for the team. And now Team Punk Esports all the wants is to finish the final kill here. That's Team Asteria, and there is an instant grenade in the hand. And if the stunt grenade just gets a good use, it might deal with some clutches. But Asteria Esports, the final player, just deals with this with intelligence. And look at that, how intelligent he is. He just switches his position according to the placement, and now he uses the stunt grenade against him. And that was a pre-stun grenade, but now all he needs to do is to use the pre-fire. That is the first knock. Now it's the UMP again, and now he would be eliminated. Bad Boy was so bad here with the 1v1. Team Punk Esports, such a good team to be talked about. It's only the top 10 teams here now. It's the team named as the Dragon. The starting was good with the first 4 elimination points from the north side. They are on the top 5 team on the overall leaderboard, gentlemen, because they have played the previous games so consistent. And we know that the team which becomes the consistent one actually becomes the table topper, right? So I'd surely like to hope Team Dragon to be in the top 4 teams there. Now, they need to play the end game. If we see them playing the end game, we might just guess some. Now, if we talk about Team REGNUM Esports, then Team REGNUM Esports also does it good. On the first 4 games, they did lots of battles, and they have won those battles too. It's the very third stage, right? And Team NECAT, yeah, points out Team Hertz. This time, making the rotation so safe, but Team Punk on the kill feed getting interrupted. Also, Team Punk tries to interrupt with that. tries to deal with that, tries to face the consequences. But Team NECAT actually tries to just move in again. Then Team Punk finishes the kill against Team RHD, the team which tried to take the first chicken dinner but finally gets the comeback on this very second game. And then the third game becomes for a new team, and the fourth game also for a new team. But the fifth game would surely come up from a new team. I hope so. Then, if you talk about Team ROYALHARD Esports, it's been really going good from the Los Leones side. Team ROYALHARD Esports has their best position so far. It's just losing out one and then finishing another one that deals a new team to be eliminated. RHDs eliminated Team Punk with until only top 9 teams there. Only the 10 seconds left to get the near zone in the shrink. And now Team ROYALHARD Esports just comes in so safely without any pressure in the mind that they can load all over the death crates here, and nobody is going to interrupt with them or interrupt in the loot, in the collections. Now the 1000 meters away from the zone, exactly 1048 meters away from the next fourth stage after the new zone gets initiated, right? We need to see where the zone is. Team RGX, Team GOTTxHERTZ, both of the teams are just getting close, but Team knows from the GOTTxHERTZ it's just the solo player, and Team RGX understood about that. So the damages also were coming through from the upper hillside, and knows understood that there is no place to go out right now. But only he could hope for the players to just come close. But look at Nose, what risk was taken into. He was trying to risk his own life. That was such a pretty grenade, a good grenade. And then he jumped on the grenade. That was such a good suicide. It was the best suicide mission you have seen so far. Actually, yes. Either the opponent, neither myself. Such a good trade. Now, Cat or NECAT interrupts on the kill feed. It's focused Nick trying to deal with one player from the team NECAT, but this is the very fourth stage, gentlemen, where the team Dragon needs to make it inside. But the team would be interrupting with them, named as Team NECAT, and Team NECAT is in such a good position to rescue up the players again. But you see, Purple, Musa, and Lemon, these are the players. All they need is to deal with the team Dragons, right? But Team Leo Esports interrupts Team NECAT, and Team Leo takes 1 point. Still there were Team Dragons. Now, Team 1952. All they did is to keep up the consistency, play the end game on the previous 4 matches. And now you see Team RHTs again back on the kill feed with Team RHG or RGS. Yeah, it's Team REGNUM eSport. We see Team REGNUM making the rotation from the eastern. And now the southern eastern rotation would be safe as we expect, but Vic Z, the pronunciation can be. The center becomes a great point for Team Leo Esports. The southern becomes a bad point for Team 1952, Team 7SS, Team RGX, Team TNLs, Team RHTs, Team NECAT, and also for Team Dragons. None of the teams are inside the zone. Now, Ulf Kist gets the finish on the kill feed, and then Team 7SS finding a good position to interact with Team 1952, but 1952 for some reason for this 5th stage on the outside, from the outside, they just are not interested in the battle anymore at this 5th stage on the very outside. But then you see Melvin. Wow, what a reaction that was. Xenos got to be taken down just like that with the name for 16 with the 3 times scope, but then Melvin finds a good down ridge moment here with himself alone to use the first hit to pop in that. But then he finds that vehicle of his own so that he can use that and make it the new rotation successful. But it's only the final 40 seconds left. Yes, it is only the final 40 seconds left to get the time for the next zone shift. And Melvin just understands that he can switch over the places, but the next place where you're trying to go or trying to get in or sneak in, the place should obviously have some players, and the players are from Team ROYALHARD eSports. There, from the Killfit Team Dragon, interrupting with another team again. It's ROYALHARD eSports understands where Melvin can be. The grenade comes to chase down Melvin. Melvin deals with such a little amount of damage. The 1952 fighting with Team 7 Aces, and the grenade gets the heat, gets the blast. That is effect. Wow, eliminating Melvin. That leads Team Nameless completely eliminated. Now it's all for the rest of the top 6 teams to deal for the winner title. It was the 5th stage indeed, but the southern, the eastern, the northern, the western, every 4 angles becomes hotter and chaotic. It's indeed the Team Dragon, but look at them, only one of the players left, and that was Baidu. But now what he might face, that is Team 1952. It is indeed Team 1952. Wow, just wow, look at that. Team NECAT dealing with Team RHTs, but RHTs got the upper hand. Then Team Levy Sports gets a new upper hand with Team RGXs, while Team RGX losing out 2 of the players makes them in trouble. Leo Martin getting the second knock here. The Team RHT eliminates Maloney. Effect was so accurate. Old Kist finds out about Tomato 19, and then it's all about Effect, the final player from Team ROYALHARD eSports, to survive here, but no, he cannot go for any of the rescues. Now is the time for Team NECAT to deal with Team RHDs. Siabo from Team Leo. Oh wow, look at that. Bosanka. Yeah, Bosanak with Team 1952. That was such a good vigorous knockout. Then Team Lee Sports comes again on the kill feed. It's 1952 trying to go for the rescue. The smoke has been deployed at first. Then Hisoka tries to get the support for the player so that the player doesn't get the spam shots. Then if you see for Team Lee Sports, it's only for the top 6, not the top 6 but the top 4 teams. And I see just Team Lee Sports dealing with Team 1952 at this very time, but Team 1952 has really got some good places. For Sadman, it might be really possible for the team to rescue the players. Now it's all for the Eastern mid. The Team Lee Sports finding the good angle for dealing with Team RGXs. That Team REGNUM eSports losing out the players makes them really in trouble at the very 6th stage. It's all about Team NECAT going in so close with Zenosco. Their Team 1952 being interrupted by Team Lee Sports again by the splits, but Purple finds out about the player. Oh yes, and there goes the finish with the P90 in the hand. NECAT eSports getting very aggressive for now as Team 1952 loses the player by Team Lee Sports, and now it's all about the final 3 teams here, gentlemen. It's all about Team Lee Sports trying to take the control, but the zone is not supporting them clearly. Their Team 1952 is just in front of them, and the team needs to get close and close again for the next stage. But 1952 understood, Team NECAT eSports understood, but according to the northern and to the southern western, the Team 1952 and Team NECAT cannot go with the battle because it's all about Team Lee eSports to be interrupted by Team NECAT. All of the visuals were available, but from 1952 angle, it's not that the same. But Team NECAT finds out about Leo. What a reaction, man. Bosanak and Purple, and there goes the carrier of Purple, and now he needs the support. He only has 2 of the players left, but the next of the players from his teammates needs to get close to the player. Now we see Team 1952 is still surviving. Hisoka not revealing his position, but he gets caught up, that exposed, because it's the very 7th stage, gentlemen, and we'd only have 24 seconds for the next zone shrink. It's all about Leo Raka, but Musa interrupted here and takes down Raka there. Hisoka gets spotted, and Musa tries to finish Hisoka, but Hisoka in such low HP, and then Musa eliminates Hisoka. That gets him 1952 getting eliminated in the top 3. It's all about Team Lee Sports fighting for the final battle, and then Musa eliminates Raka. Bosanak eliminates Musa, and then the final finish from the side of Team Lee Sports. It's all about the final chicken dinner, gentlemen. Winner chicken dinner for the Team Lee Sports, and congratulations for getting this final chicken. That was such an absolute finish from the team. Such a great aura and such a great control at the end of the zone. Now on the caster desk, it's your only host Quirkyark to the explanation for the competition, for the in-game competition by a play-by-play commentary, and that's it. I hope, gentlemen, you guys enjoyed it. We couldn't have been getting the all of the points, but let me get some confirmations, right? Okay, so would you have the result? Okay. So, gentlemen, The results are not coming right now, but it'll come as soon as possible. But yeah, we have to end this journey for right now. It was such a nice time to witness the competition with you guys. I hope you enjoyed and forgot or pardon the mistakes, because it's really the midnight, right? So according to the competition, I tried to entertain you. Now for the end, let's meet again in near future. Till then, stay tuned. Love is to you all. Bye. Bye bye.